Meghan Markle isn't representing the crown, she isn't conducting a royal tour, and she isn't using HRH. Besides all the other times that we've seen her use HRH, but fine. I hate these pro-Meghan pieces.
Meghan Markle is about to headline a luxury retreat in Australia. Tickets cost $3,000. 300 wealthy women will pay to hear her speak about empowerment and living your best life. Sounds glamorous, right? There's just one problem. The woman organizing this entire event reportedly just went bankrupt. Her company collapsed with over $500,000 in debt. And she told administrators she has no savings, limited income, and can't pay any of it back. So here's the question everyone in Australia is asking right now. Who is actually financing this event? And where exactly is the money going? If you want to understand what's really happening behind the scenes of Meghan's Australian tour, subscribe now and hit that notification bell. Because this story is wild, and it's only getting started. Let's begin with Gemma O'Neill. If you haven't heard that name before, you're about to hear it a lot. O'Neill is an Australian publicist and talent manager. She's the founder of Gemma Agency. She's a former producer for Nicole Kidman, and she's one half of the team behind Her Best Life, a podcast and events company she co-founded with radio star Jackie O. Henderson. O'Neill is also the woman who will be interviewing Meghan Markle at the upcoming Sydney retreat. She's been promoting the event heavily, expressing her excitement about hosting the Duchess of Sussex. But here's where things get complicated. According to public records from ASIC, Australia's corporate regulator, Gemma Agency Pty Ltd went into voluntary liquidation in November. The company reportedly owes $543,000 to the Australian Taxation Office, plus another $3,300 to an accounting firm. That's over $500,000 Australian dollars in debt. And the company is done. O'Neill reportedly wrote to administrators in February, explaining that she couldn't make any repayment contributions. Why? Because she allegedly has no available personal savings, limited income, and she failed to refinance her Sydney apartment.
Are we really surprised by the latest news? Meghan Markle associated to people who are bankrupt, corrupt, are being sued right, left, and center. And by the way, the woman inviting her to Australia is about to become homeless because the government wants to seize her apartment. She doesn't have very much.
So let's pause here and think about this. The woman promoting a $3,000 per ticket luxury retreat with Meghan Markle reportedly told administrators she has no money to pay her debts. The timeline doesn't add up. Her agency collapsed in November. The creditors' report dropped February 24th. And just 2 weeks later, she's announcing this high-profile event. As one source put it, the question writes itself. Who's actually financing this event and where does the money go? But here's where it gets even more interesting. The connection between Meghan and this event wasn't random. It wasn't a cold pitch from a podcast nobody's heard of. The arrangement was allegedly facilitated by Markus Anderson. If that name sounds familiar, it should. Markus Anderson is the man who famously set up Meghan and Harry's blind date back in 2016. He's been a close friend of Meghan's for years, part of her inner circle since before she became a duchess. According to reports, Anderson contacted O'Neill while visiting Meghan's Montecito residence. He proposed that the Duchess be their headline guest. O'Neill described the call in almost disbelieving terms, saying she felt like she didn't deserve her. She called Anderson the bee's knees and a top-notch human. So, Markus Anderson, Meghan's longtime friend and the architect of her entire royal life, personally reached out to arrange this appearance. At an event organized by a woman whose company had just gone into liquidation, with hundreds of thousands in tax debt. Think about that for a moment. The insolvency report also allegedly revealed something else that raised eyebrows. There was reportedly an $18,000 loan from Gemma Agency to Besties Australia, the events company that O'Neill co-founded with Jackie O. Henderson. Administrators are apparently requesting a detailed explanation of that loan balance. O'Neill reportedly disputed the entry, claiming her former accountant had recorded the transactions incorrectly. But the questions are piling up. And speaking of Jackie O. Henderson, here's another twist. Jackie O was offered the chance to interview Meghan at this retreat. She said no. Henderson stepped away from the Her Best Life podcast in February. When the Meghan opportunity came up, O'Neill says she tried to convince her former co-host to participate. She reportedly begged Jackie O to take over the event, or at least join her for the interview. But Jackie O was adamant. She told O'Neill, "No, you need to do this yourself. This is meant to be for you." On the surface, that sounds supportive. A friend encouraging another friend to shine. But the timing makes you wonder. Jackie O walked away from the podcast just weeks before this massive announcement. Her own career was imploding at the same time. Henderson became embroiled in a public dispute with her Kiss FM co-host Kyle Sandilands. That row allegedly resulted in both presenters losing their $100 million contracts when the program was suspended. Henderson has reportedly filed a wrongful termination suit, claiming she couldn't continue to work with Sandilands. So Jackie O's career was in chaos. Her business partner's company was in liquidation. And then along comes the opportunity to interview one of the most controversial women in the world. She said no thanks. Was Jackie O really just being supportive? Or did she see something coming and decide to distance herself? The optics of a bankrupt company hosting a luxury retreat with a duchess would be not great. Now let's talk about what this retreat actually involves, because the details are fascinating. The Her Best Life retreat is scheduled for April 17th through 19th at the Intercontinental Sydney Coogee Beach. It's a 5-star hotel overlooking the ocean. 300 women will attend. The format includes yoga sessions, sound healing experiences, psychological discussions, and a gala dinner where Meghan will give a speech. The highlight is a fireside chat between O'Neill and Meghan. Discussions will reportedly center on themes of resilience and women's empowerment. VIP ticket holders get front row positioning and the chance to take group photos with the Duchess. The price? Standard tickets reportedly go for around 2,700 Australian dollars. VIP packages cost even more. 300 women, $3,000 each. You do the math. That's potentially close to $1 million in ticket revenue alone, not including sponsorships, partnerships, or any other commercial arrangements. Where does that money go? Who gets paid? These are legitimate questions when the organizing company's sister business just went bankrupt.
But I will tell you that lots of Australian viewers of the Mark Dolan show don't want to see Harry and Meghan. The reason why it went down well in 2018, Paul, is because the Australian public didn't know Meghan Markle very well. Well, they know her now. And what do they know her to be? A gold-digging grifter.
And here's another thing. Reports suggest Meghan's team was furious when details of the trip leaked early. According to sources, Meghan was horrified when word got out ahead of the official announcement. She reportedly likes to be in control, and the chaotic announcement was anything but polished. Sources claim Meghan is on a mission to find out who leaked the information. The working environment around her office has allegedly become very tense, and she's reportedly planning to tighten up staff non-disclosure agreements. But the leaks kept coming anyway. This all happens against the backdrop of Meghan's Netflix partnership reportedly coming to an end. Her lifestyle series, With Love, Meghan, ran for 2 seasons, plus a Christmas special, but struggled to draw significant audiences. The streaming giant has reportedly withdrawn financial support from her lifestyle brand, as ever. So the Netflix money is gone. The Sussex brand needs new revenue streams, and suddenly Meghan is headlining a paid event in Australia, organized by a company with serious financial questions hanging over it. Royal experts have noted the optics aren't helping. One commentator compared Meghan to Sarah Ferguson, saying, "She's basically Fergie in terms of doing paid celebrity appearances." Another warned that Meghan shouldn't expect a warm welcome in Australia this time around, because Australians are already pushing back. A petition has been launched demanding that taxpayers not fund any security, logistics, or government coordination for the Sussexes' private visit. The petition argues that Harry and Meghan no longer represent the Crown and should receive no official support. Over 4,000 people have already signed. The message is clear. If you want to come here as private citizens charging $3,000 per ticket, don't expect us to pay for your protection. The contrast with 2018 couldn't be more stark. Back then, Harry and Meghan toured Australia as newlyweds. They were working royals representing the Crown. The pregnancy announcement happened on Australian soil. Crowds were massive. The reception was euphoric. Now, they're returning as private citizens. Meghan is appearing at a commercial event with bankruptcy questions swirling. The public is skeptical, and the organizing team is in financial chaos. There's also the question of whether Meghan is getting paid for this appearance. Representatives haven't confirmed or denied an appearance fee, but royal watchers are speculating she'll earn something, even if it's structured as expenses or promotional consideration. If she is getting paid, who's writing that check? The company that just went bankrupt? The podcast? Some third-party sponsor nobody knows about? The lack of transparency is fueling the speculation. And remember, this event was arranged by Markus Anderson, the man who has been at Meghan's side since before Harry, the man who set them up, the man who allegedly visited Montecito specifically to propose this arrangement. If this was just a simple podcast appearance, why was Meghan's inner circle so involved in making it happen? Why did Anderson personally reach out to a struggling Australian publicist whose company was in liquidation? Some observers are suggesting this might be about more than just one retreat. Reports indicate the Australia trip will be filmed, potentially for a streaming project. So maybe this is content for something bigger, a documentary, a reality series, more Netflix, something else entirely? The lack of clear answers is the story. Meghan is headlining a luxury event run by a bankrupt company, arranged by her longtime fixer, with revenue streams nobody's explaining. O'Neill has said all the right things publicly. She's expressed admiration for Meghan, calling her someone who has risen above criticism and demonstrated that a woman can be pushed down and she can still rise. But admiration doesn't explain the finances. It doesn't explain the bankruptcy. It doesn't explain why Jackie O walked away. And it doesn't explain who's actually paying for all of this. The retreat is less than a month away. 300 women will pay thousands of dollars to hear Meghan speak about living their best lives. The event will be hosted by a woman who reportedly told administrators she has no money. And somewhere in the background, the questions keep multiplying. Where is the money coming from? Where is it going? Who's really running this show? And what happens if something goes wrong? Meghan Markle has built her brand on empowerment, authenticity, and living your truth. But this Australian retreat is raising questions about transparency, finances, and the people she's chosen to align with. Maybe everything is completely above board. Maybe there are explanations for all of this that will emerge in time. Maybe the retreat will be a huge success, and everyone will forget these questions. Or maybe this is another Sussex venture that looks glamorous on the surface, but has serious problems underneath. Australia is watching. The world is watching. And in just a few weeks, we'll find out what this story really becomes. So, what do you think? Is this retreat legitimate? Or is something suspicious going on behind the scenes? Drop your theories in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and share this video because this story is developing fast.